Let's go out. Turn that shit up, man.
Number 11.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
Boy.
Let's go, Pace.
Oh, man.
Listen, Mike Zimmer is the best thing to happen to us in this division.
So you know that Washington wouldn't be involved here. With the Giants aren't going to gift them a quarterback.
Don't be surprised if teams trade up for offensive linemen.
I mean,
Adam Schefter reporting quarterbacks still on the board. It's time for one to be traded up for.
Here we
Chicago's
go.
trading up.
Yes!
What?
Oh my Here God. It is!
Schefter just reported.
Here it is!
Oh, baby.
Let's go!
Oh.
Here we go, baby! Come on,
Adam
Mac
Schefter
Riley,
just put it in.
Mac Jones, baby! Come
Oh,
on!
man.
Riley, I'm sorry I loved you. It's been great.
Here it is.
We've got some
You're
lovely
going to
parting
New
gifts
York,
for you.
Riley.
Oh, my God.
Bears are on the clock with the Giants. I called that too.
And now official. Here we go.
Hell.
Let's go, Bears
boy.
fans.
Oh my God.
This is what we've been waiting for. This is it right here.
If it's Mac
Sean
Jones, you
Slater,
gotta be
come
ready.
on down.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Connors, don't ruin this for me.
Please.
If they make a fucking trade for an offensive tackle here, I'm going offline. I'm going offline.
Either
Okay,
one
so-
of these guys, I'm gonna be happy with.
Meanwhile,
Listen, my favorite podcast outside of the Football Guys Network is the Tape Never Lies Network, which is Phil Austyn and Shayne Marsaw and their Bears folks. Oh my God, what a great podcast! That's fun to be a part of. I'm sure they are losing their mind right now with the trading, but we'll see who the pick is. They liked Mac Jones too from studying the tape, but I bet they'd be happy with Fields here too. So
It is Justin Fields, by the way. The pick is Justin Fields.
Sweet.
tonight's going to be a big night, Phil, Shayne, and the group.
It's just,
It's
I
gonna be
think
Justin Fields.
Let's go.
the entire
putting
family
that
was just
mojo out
outside
there.
of
This
the
dude
living
fucking
room.
balled
We
out
did
against Clemson.
We
Balled
did it.
out.
Here we go. The pick is in.
Oh
The
my
pick is
God!
in.
Let's go.
Is it Mac Jones or is it Fields?
It's Fields.
Is it
I'm
Mac
going it.
Jones
I'm
or
going
Fields?
it.
No one read their fucking tweets.
Oh,
Let's
I'm
just
not.
react.
God.
Here
Shut off
we
the
go.
chat. Shut it off.
Yeah. Dun, dun,
Round
dun,
and round and
dun,
round it
dun,
goes.
dun.
Good.
Take it off. Take it off.
Screen. Get those
Take
off
it
the
off.
screen.
Don't get Shayne mad.
Fucking
now.
waiting forever for this. We got
Give me the fucking keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker.
I know it. I know who this is.
I've got
we know
the
it.
TV queued up.
it's
so we will hear it.
official. Chicago Bears select quarterback Justin.
They had to get a quarterback.
Go check mommy.
They
Make sure I'm
had
not too
to
much
get a
trouble.
quarterback.
Oh,
There's a suitcase at the bottom of the stairs, Daddy.
Barlissimo,
Oh,
get
shit.
on the tape. Draft Mob just got fucking amazing. On
I don't know. Draft mob
man.
breaking down Justin Fields
Wow.
on
I'm
Sunday.
turning up my volume.
Wow.
Go check on me.
this is.
I got to hear this official.
Announcement for Dallas.
It is official. It is official.
That's all that matters.
Look at this guy.
Oh,
We deserve it.
my
Buckeye.
Lord.
The Buckeye.
Somebody's
Wow.
getting great.
He was
Steven,
the
can I
Ohio
enter
State.
They did it.
What the fuck? Listen.
Tell us. We're waiting.
Keep Rodgers. I don't want any excuses. I don't want any excuses. You know what? And I don't know if Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy wasn't there when the pick was made. But if Ryan Pace is now looking back and saying, like, you know what, I should have gone with Deshaun Watson, who people kind of forget, like, how great of a quarterback he's been. Patrick Mahomes, who's really benefited from being in Kansas City. If he looked at that and said, like, I want to rectify that mistake, that is perfectly fine with me. I know people like Mac Jones, and I think that he could be a good NFL quarterback. But I've been of the mind that Justin Fields went out there and proved himself in the Big Ten in big moments. He beat Trevor Lawrence. I want to start running. Let's start going through that tape now.
Yeah.
Him smoking Trevor Lawrence and talk about how good he is. And now we finally get the quarterback who's fucking pissed that everybody was passing him up.
Yes.
Drafting.
Reach.
You want to go? I hope every time we play the San Francisco 49ers that Justin Fields throws for 500 yards. I hope he is so pissed every time he's playing against one of these bum teams. Broncos, Panthers. Who else needed a go? Detroit. You could have had him, Detroit. I hope Khalil Mack shoves Penei Sewell so far up Jared Goff's ass, and then Justin Fields comes out and leads us to victory.
Yeah.
I just want it.
You want it, I want it, baby. Day 2. What are the Bears gonna do? Day 2 of draft coverage here on the best network on the planet covering the Chicago Bears starts now, baby.
Don't be bullshitting anybody. I'm telling you right now, you can't be. Because it's going to show right up in that film, boy. The tape never lies.
Collaborate this. The Tape Never Lies network coverage of the NFL Draft starts now.
Breaking down the Bears like no one else.
Marsaw, Autosian. Ladies and gentlemen, class is now in session.
Hey, this is David Kaplan. Listen to me. You want to learn football? Listen to my guys, Phil and Shayne on the Tape Never Lies network. These guys are freaking awesome, Sparkle.
The following show is for mature audiences only. Tri-City Sports.
Collaborate this. The Tape Never Lies network coverage of the NFL Draft starts now.
Draft day, round 1, the pick is in. Intangibles, hard hits, slinging pigskin. Chicago on the clock, pace on the chopping block. Pick smart, you maximize on your draft slot. Draft day, round 1, the pick is in. Intangibles, hard hits, slinging pigskin. Chicago on the clock, pace on the chopping block. Pick smart, maximize on your draft slot.
The tape never lies, realize potential ain't the way to go. Always draft football guys, the game is one up front. Rebuild the lines, we trading up for a QB, throwing dimes. The best analysis out there, and there's no debating. Nerves on this, collab crew, collaborating. Simple, take the guy that takes his freaking head off. TTNL with the coverage pace, loves his fucking ghetto.
The blog boys ride the nuts and study the swag. Flag route or the drag, we get to the bag. Left tackle or the slot, show me what you got. We need a quarterback and cornerback with draft stock. Cream of the crop, last season was a flop. Protect the red rocket in the 3-step drop. In the pocket, we need a big ugly. Nagy needs to be a coach and not buddy. Draft day, round 1, the pick is in. Intangibles, hard hits, slinging pigskin. Chicago on the clock, pace on the chopping block. Pick smart, you maximize on your draft slot. Draft day, round 1, the pick is in. Intangibles, hard hits, slinging pigskin. Chicago on the clock, pace on the chopping block. Pick smart, maximize on your draft slot.
Don't be bullshitting anybody. I'm telling you right now, you can't. Because it's going to show right up in that film, boy. Tape never lies. Never lies. Never lies. Never lies.
What's going on here? We're so distracted by everything that's going on here. We are now officially on the clock. Day 2, Shayne. We opened up a show with a little look back at what was an amazing, amazing night last night for the Chicago Bears and for this network. I can't say enough. I know you have your son with you. Riley, what's up, buddy? And I have my sons in the studio.
What's up?
And waiting. What's up, Riley? And waiting on Claudio, my other son. What a night, though. And what an open, Shane. There was really a moment there with you and Riley in the fact that, you know, Mitch Trubisky was a big, giant miss for Ryan Pace and obviously this fan base. And then to get Justin Fields, talk about that moment there that you had in regards to, you know, finally getting this quarterback.
Yeah, man, we lived it. I feel the stress was, you know, taken off of me instantly because we put a lot of hard work into this. We take it serious what we do. And Daniel Jeremiah said it last night. You love the Bears, but there's just no juice there, you know, talking about on offense. And now you got that guy. This was the move that they had to make. And, you know, Phil, if we were calling the shots back in 2017, Mitch Trubisky would have never been a Bear. You know, that's the way that it is. We rooted for him to be the guy. But I'm going to say this before we dive into this, just about talking about the quarterbacks. Part of the Bears not having a good quarterback is letting all of this past bullshit go by always going back to Mitch, going back to Jay Cutler, doing that.
Yeah.
Let's bury that tonight. We're in a different direction now. This is all about Justin Fields. Everybody previous, none of that shit matters. Let's put all of our support behind this kid. Let's not look backwards. You know, the comment that Chicago is where quarterbacks come to die. Well, that's going to be changed. I have confidence in that. It's no different than playing. You have to be able to play with confidence. You have to be able to know that you're going to destroy the person across from you. This kid, with his talent, has brought that swag back to this franchise when it's been gone for so long. There's a shift. There's a fundamental shift here that's going to be taking place where the monsters of the Midway, this is going to be about Justin Fields. This is going to be about offensive firepower. You're still going to have a good defense to get you through the doldrums. But this shift started last night when you saw Cars put his hands up in the air and see that the Bears were on the clock. Put your support behind this kid. Mitch is over. Jay Cutler's over. Rex Grossman's over. Let's bury that. Let's move on. Let's be better Bears fans, and let's go.
Totally agree. I said it earlier today. You know, they're always going to, in this world of social media and everything, there's so much good, and there unfortunately is bad. And usually it's led by bigots and ignorant trolls. Yeah. And unfortunately, we got to deal with that because every reality is manipulated by something. So it goes full circle into onward and upward in regards to Mitch Trubisky. You can't erase the history, but you can move past it, embrace and learn from it. That's why you gotta just sit there and understand it's been 70 years without a quarterback. And right now, you look at this kid, watching him last night handle the press conference, not having the water bottle, understanding that, yeah, the pressure's on you. It's the most difficult position in all of sports. And especially here in Chicago, it comes with an added dysfunction that's been there historically. So as he embraces this position and his place here in the history of the Chicago Bears, he's got a mission to accomplish. And that's why I see the ignorance, I see the stupidity. It's unfortunate, but this show calls it out. We keep it 100. You see it up there, keeping it 100. So the reality is I make the calls. If I want this guy on the show, I'm going to get him on the show. Shut the fuck up. don't say anything or bring anything up. The reality comes in the truth. The reality comes in the analysis. The reality comes in the music. And you're going to have some trolls in there. And unfortunately, you can't stand there and watch. You have to say something to change it. And with this quarterback, if you put that picture back up, Shayne, you see him holding it sideways. It is the closest look of confidence I've seen since Walter Payton. See that look on his face? That's a showcase. I'm here. I see the body language of others that have played here in this city with the pressure, and there is no pressure on this guy. And when you have somebody like that, it becomes beyond the tape. It becomes beyond the experience. It's a spiritual thing. And that's why this network is connected to its fans so tightly, so tightly that you guys were joking last night about me saying how much I love people. But the reality is I do. I really do. Like, there are some fans in here, like Gustavo right here, every night, every time, all the way in the Philippines. He's there. My man, Brett Maley, right there. Love the intro music. He's fired up. You're keeping your truth. You hit the like button. You hit the subscribe button. You know how many people steal from Shayne and I and fucking do shit with it? You know how many people have done that to Berlissimo? The reality of what we do here at the network, you call it out. You see it, you see it. Tonight, I call it out for what it is. I'm not here to have anybody like me. I'm here to have you embrace me. That's the difference. That's what we do in family. The reality I see out there is, like, I got a text today from Cool Kennedy. These motherfuckers heard us. They hear you. They hear this network. They see 100 Crew Strong. There's a reason why people are texting me all night to come on the show, Shayne. I'm like, I already have it all scheduled. I can't fit everybody. It's an amazing thing. And I owe so much to people like Bullets and Gustavo and Mike Haw and down the line, Tom sharing his grandson and the emotion in that. You said it. We live and die with this football team. So we come from a place where we've been shit on, picked on, spit on. I've gotten Bears still suck stickers stuck on my jacket when I was in Lambeau. I live in Connecticut, full of Patriot fans. Shayne lives up in New York, full of Buffalo. Probably every fan just like here, right?
Dallas, yep.
Dallas, Philly.
Fuck them.
Deal with Philly.
Fuck them. Hey, they helped us last night, though. Without Philadelphia, you don't have that quarterback on your roster right now.
I was looking at this, and I'm like, if this doesn't happen, and let me, my boy Chris Harold, he showed me. He's like, look, if this didn't happen and this didn't happen, this doesn't happen. That's why the draft, if you love the draft, I've had, like, I'm not even joking, at least 30 fans of the network, 100 Crew, saying, I used to never pay attention to the draft till this year. And I was so invested and nervous and fired up. And then to see that was all real. If you missed the open tonight, we might have to play it again because it's powerful. And I wanted to isolate in on my boy Shayne and his son, because that moment right there was just in the second. It was like not a millisecond, Shayne. It was in a moment in time that I think historically that is so special. So to be here on day 2 and see Serge Orts and Anthony Walker, Richard Gordon, those guys that have believed in this network and told every fucking person that they could tell about us. Chris Jackal, our producer, said it. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Because I think this is like going to a friend's bar where you know everybody, almost like fucking Cheers. Like,
Norm.
Yeah. Tooch is our norm. No, Tooch is the mailman, not even you.
Yeah, right.
So the reality is we want to embrace the conversation. I don't have any time for the troll hating. I just don't.
It's
unbelievable.
It's spreading already.
It's sad, man. I saw it too. I'm like,
I was off today and I had to, they're building my studio downstairs and they need the putting in hardwood floor down there. So I went and bought that, picked it up. So I'm going through Home Depot and Riley nudges me. He's like, Daddy, that guy's got a Bears sweatshirt on. And he comes around the corner and I said, Go Bears. We got a quarterback.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man. He goes, I can't believe it. He goes, I got to be honest. I wanted Mac Jones, but man, that Justin Fields is as a consolation prize. I'm so happy. And it's just, you see the glimmer in their eyes. You see the excitement. And that's where it is. I mean, look at the White Sox game last night. I posted that for patrons today. It's Mitch Trubisky went to the Bulls game and he got booed. Last night, fans were hugging, they were chest bumping, they were high-fiving. At the Chicago White Sox game, when they found out that Justin Fields was the pick when the Bears moved up at number 11, that matters. You saw, however you want to frame it.
I want to cut you off because I thought you 2 weeks ago on this show, you were so profound. I got to give my boy credit. See, that's what I do. I make sure credit is accredited. I forget. I'm a human being because I want to make sure everyone gets credit. Sometimes I'll forget, so don't take offense to it. But I'm looking at Shayne and he's like, Phil, I know you love Mac Jones and I love him too. And I'm paraphrasing. And he's like, but do you realize what Justin Fields will do for this franchise and that locker room because of
the city and the fan base,
in the city,
everybody,
and historically, it'll remove that whole blemish. The elephant in the room about the bias with the quarterback. That's not politics. That's reality. Okay, if it makes you uncomfortable, you're a bigot. That's it. If that makes you uncomfortable, that's what you are. And it's okay if you're ignorant because you got to learn. Everybody's different. But it was a reality that affected the fans. It affected the team. It affected me. It affected a lot of people in their lives. And I got to give my boy credit because I instantly saw how it affected this team because you saw Eddie Jackson let go of his veil, right?
Danny Trevathan was the same thing. And it's as wonderful as a prospect as Mac Jones is and will be. I don't think he was going to move the meter socially, with this fan base. I don't think he was going to move the meter just overall the way that Justin Fields has so far. I mean, it's been instant impact. And I think this roster is already constructed where they're close. There is a brotherhood there. And that is a credit to the way that it was constructed because you hear people talk about this roster and you would think that they're a 2-win team. Yes, they're 800 the last 2 years, or 500, sorry, 8-8. But there's just sometimes there's a person that walks into a room that commands a presence.
Yeah, exactly.
And Justin Fields is that guy. You can sit back. You can be in a restaurant. You can be sitting back and somebody walks in and you see a man or woman or whoever it is. And you're like, wow, that dude, that woman, they just, you can feel the aura around them. And I feel it with Justin Fields, man. This kid, he's got special in him. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Bears fan. Yeah. I'm just saying that because those are my true, honest feelings. I mean, I feel totally different about this team moving forward with him as the leader. I feel more confident in this draft process because of it. The stress was relieved for me last night.
Well, I also think, we called it 2-3 months ago. You got to get a quarterback.
Yeah.
You got to get a quarterback. You're going to have to fix this mistake. And we wanted, obviously, the collaboration crew to get rid of Pace and Nagy. Pace, like I said early on Shawn Sierra's show, he course corrected and was able to turn the ship and get it right. He didn't hit the iceberg. You know what would have been hitting the iceberg? Taking a corner.
Yeah.
He went up there and found the new face of your fucking franchise and is setting the tone here. If you're hating on this, you gave up too much. You gave up too much. Shut the fuck up. You gave up too much. Go watch soccer. Because there's never enough to get what Shayne is talking about. A quarterback. My father came on here. Steve Edwards, Adam Rank, if you didn't see the intro. Cars. Steve Johnson. There was emotion. Energy. Maniacal. I always talk about you got to be maniacal. And here we are, having to have the 100 crew rise up to defend a young man that's coming into a city that has chewed up and spit out quarterbacks because they've been abused. They've been abused. I get it. As fans, you've been neglected. You've gotten Jay Cutler, Rex Grossman, and empty promises and bullshit McCowns and all the way down. But now's not the time. This is something different. It's something special. And I can't tell you. It was so hard to fall asleep because I was so excited that the direction was changed. And if you can't go onward and upward with us, please, I don't need your $7 a month. I don't need your subscription. I don't need any kind of drama of negativity because I agree. And I've always said as a coach, if you embrace positivity and send that out, it will come back and things will change. So be the contrarian dead Greg, you piece of shit, somewhere else. Go somewhere else and cheer for the fucking Raiders. Go do that. Don't cheer for a team you want to see lose so you have something to complain about at the local bar. That's my mini rant, Shayne.
There you go.
I will have things to complain about. If they fuck up, I will. But last night was not a night to be complaining. Let me tell you that. It was but when you said, I feel like I lost 40 pounds.
Yeah, it did.
The emotion.
Instantly. Yeah.
Well, anyway, our first guest is ready to come in. I've never got to meet this guy.
I haven't either.
There he is.
D-Lo
Brown in the house tonight. What's up, D-Lo?
What's going on, fellas? It's a good draft day for the first time in, I don't know, 40 freaking years. So
yeah,
exactly.
It's a good draft day.
So D-Lo, when obviously you knew we were at 20, when you saw that C come up on the clock at number 11, what were the emotions and who did you think that the pick was going to be?
Okay, so in full honesty, I was talking to George Verlissimo, and literally when the 10th pick came up, I looked and I saw it's like the Giants and the Cowboys, like they don't need a quarterback. We need to get in at 12. We need to get in at 12 because we get in 12, we got to get ahead of New England. And then literally I sent the text and it was like the Bears are on the clock, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
and we're on it. I was like, wait a minute. And so it was only down to in my mind, I was like, Justin Fields and Mac Jones. Like you're not stepping up to get. You're not coming up 9 picks to draft an O lineman at that point. You're going after franchise quarterback.
Who did you want it to be? Did you want it to be Justin Fields?
I wanted Fields. I think.
Yep.
I think he's very, and I use the word. He's a combination of Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson kind of guy. He's got a good arm. He scrambles out of the pocket when he needs it. And if you start chasing him down, he can leave you in the dust with that, 4.3 speed. So, I wanted him.
D-Lo, you get there. I mean, you've been a Bears fan your whole life, correct?
Since I was 9 years old, was the first time I saw Walter Payton.
Exactly. I was younger than you. How about that? And as a little boy, my father asked me to scout these running backs. My father is a head football coach here in Connecticut, Hall of Fame, 33 years head coach. And he asked me to scout these running backs. And long story short, Tony Dorsett, Billy Sims, yada yada, Franco Harris, and then this 34 comes on the screen. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want to be like that guy. He's like, that's Walter Payton. He plays for the Chicago Bears. And my loyalty to the team and him, obviously through him, I became so loyal. And the reality of that is why this show exists, and football for me is life, and the Chicago Bears is my blood. So you're with me here, and I was with you. I spoke to this guy early this morning too, and he agreed with you and I that Barlissimo and I, we just never had felt like, I'm going to be honest, every time I see George, there's some sort of blip of craziness going on. He's got chaos. Or the first time last night, he was so relaxed. He looked like he had a massage in fucking Houston or something going on.
Mate, as soon as that pick came in, I breathed a sigh that I have not felt since the first year that I started watching the Bears, which was like 84, 85. Yeah. I've not felt a feeling like that, where it's just absolute confidence that the guy we've got is the right one, the right kind, the right stuff. And you know, when that pick came in and when we moved up and we did that, the only thing now is like Nagy's got to pull his weight now. He's got to put him in position to succeed.
George, that's the key right there. The easy part was the draft falling the right way. That's the easy part. Now the work begins. Now Nagy's got to coach him up. Now Pace has got to surround him with the right players. We've got to get it. We've got to get a tackle. We've got to keep this kid up on his feet. And then we can't rush him. We can't rush him in. Okay, great. He's better than the red rifle Andy Dalton. What does that mean? Nothing. Let's not ruin the kid. Let's take our time. We got a kid who is going to own this city. Literally in 3 years, he'll own it. It'll be Fieldsville. He'll own the city.
He might own it this summer. Yeah, I'm dead serious. I mean,
is he going to change his surname to Reinsdorf?
They might change it to Soldier Fields because of this kid.
I'll take it.
It's Fields Good Friday, baby.
It is Fields Good Friday.
You know, this is what we've talked about for so long, and like I said, we've all known it forever. And this fan base has just been so starved for that superstar at that position. Yeah. I'm not going to put that on him yet, but it's, you know, there's legitimately people out there that didn't want, you know, if Russell Wilson was available, there was people like, you can't trade Roquan Smith.
Yeah,
no, he's an inside line, but no, you can trade Roquan Smith for Russell Wilson. Yeah, it's you have to change your whole thought process there. And last night was step one. And I said, this kid just turned 22 years old. And I think the Bears, hey, when your balls are on the line, things change. You know what I mean? And this is what these guys needed. You know, when you're sitting back and you think that you have a lot of rope, maybe you're not doing your due diligence. Maybe you're not meeting with Deshaun Watson in private, you know, during the draft. Maybe you're just focusing on Mitch Trubisky the whole time. That dose of reality really, really helps.
Do you think that this decision that we've done to go with Justin Fields this time around is because there is less rope for Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy than there was when they had the last chance to make a decision? I mean, obviously Nagy wasn't here; it was John Fox, and he wanted Deshaun Watson. Hell, we all wanted Deshaun Watson, but I think he was that comfortable in his position that he could just go for the guy that he wanted to do, which was Mitch, because you know.
I don't want to overrate it with John Fox either, though, because John Fox wasn't even going to draft Deshaun Watson. He was going to draft Jamal Adams.
Yes, that's the true story.
If he was going to take a quarterback, he was going to go Deshaun Watson, but he wasn't going quarterback. He wanted Jamal Adams.
Cleared that up after John had a few drinks at a party. We've heard the truth behind that. But the reality, listen, Shayne, Cars, everybody that's come on the show. I'm only crediting when I heard it first, and that was from Shayne telling me on the show, Phil, I don't think they're going to get fired if they lose next year. And the plan that they sold and the collaboration, and you heard all of that, was contingent on getting a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because let's keep it 100. They haven't had one in almost 100. Right.
They're not getting drafted next. They're not getting fired after this season no matter what. They
can lose. They can win 4 games next year. They're staying. I think they
have at least 2 years left, maybe even 3.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they got 2.
I think they got 2, but they can always stack it up with, well, we let Andy Dalton go the first year to let Justin get acclimated. Now this is Justin's first year. He didn't do so well because he's, his first year out there. Let's see what we can do next year. That's 3 years now.
This is a great question.
I think practicalities wise, it's also going to be a case of if there's going to be a new GM and a new head coach, they're going to want to have that first round pick. So this year's and next year's is gone. So we can pretty much nail on that they're going to be. It's going to be a case of if it goes tits up this year, they're going to turn around and say, "Well, you fix this, or you're gone," and that's. That's kind of what it should have been the previous year, but we are where we are because we've got George, bless him, the other George, the one that doesn't know anything about football, and he's a member of the Lucky Sperm Club.
I don't understand. That is the truth. The Lucky Sperm Club.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, Facebook user, this is what we're seeing. You got a great question here. It's a challenging one because I love Russell Wilson, but now you've course corrected. So you've embraced, it's like you just signed all those fucking your signatures on that house. And all of a sudden that other house that you really like comes up for sale. Are you saying to the wife, listen, this house, I know we just signed, but we got to, you're moving forward in Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
You have D'Lo Brown on here right now. It's going to be Field City, Fields Avenue, because he's got this presence about him. D'Lo. I look at this picture, and a picture says 1,000 words to me. And this guy has that look that I haven't seen since the guy you're wearing on your jersey.
Damn right.
You ready for this? Because that's what Walter did. He knew I'm going to outwork everybody. And if you know this kid, he's that same way. And just listen to him.
You heard the thing last night when the media wants to create controversy no matter what. They want to make, they'll fuel the speculation. You heard them say, oh, he dropped to 11. So it's going to create a huge chip on his shoulder. He's going to be pissed off. And so they asked him about that because they wanted him just to buy into that narrative that they could start to build. And he goes, nah, I'm not really focused on that. I'm focused on winning football. And, I'm in Chicago now, and I'm the quarterback of the Chicago Bears, and that's my focus. And that's I love that because he's not going to let the media dictate the path that he's taking, even on something as simple as a question.
All right,
and
George.
that can't be undersold.
70 years. There you go. I fixed it.
Let me touch on that too. A lot of the media was trying to make something out of the look he had on his face when he got drafted. You know what that look is? That look is
focus.
I just made it into the league, and now the work begins. I've had that look before. I know what that look is. It is you want a quarterback who's not too happy, who's not too sad, who just stays in the middle. And what he showed you was, look, this is the biggest night of my life, but you're not going to see it. I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to show you my determination and my work. And the kid just walked up, got his jersey, and now it's time to go to work.
This is exactly the conversation we had today on the phone, wasn't it, Phil? Was basically that he just looked like you don't want someone who's going to be bursting down crying Rashawn Gary kind of reaction.
No,
as a quarterback, you don't want that.
Yeah. Do you remember when the Bears took Cedric Benson and he had a meltdown live on stage?
Yeah,
you need to know about him.
Yeah.
No, you don't everything. You need someone who's laser focused. He's going to stay cool, but he's going to make the right decisions at the right time. And part of that is, knowing how to carry yourself in the big moments. And that's Justin Fields on the field and off the field. And already at 22 years old has shown that he can carry himself in the big moments, and no bigger than draft day for him so far.
Yeah, Fields is the future. There's no doubt about it. I had people, D'Lo, today. I put a beautiful post up there because I always share my truest emotion. I've learned now at 47 years old, I got nothing to hide. I've made mistakes and I've made amazing decisions. And I have a beautiful wife and a family that I'm so proud of. I got nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. No one can hurt me anymore. I had burner accounts that I had 7 years ago, 8 years ago, that they tried to destroy me, and I fucking stepped up in the pocket, and I stand right there embracing my mistakes. I have nowhere to hide. Nothing you could do to hurt me. And then I see these people, well, he'll be a wide receiver in 2 years.
Yeah, that's just...
This is the most ignorant stupidity that I ever see. And it's so disheartening. It really is, because you're going to tear this kid down. I see someone in the chat. He hasn't even played a game yet. What the fuck, guys? Look, do you understand? He's played his whole career. He's been the number one quarterback his whole career.
Wait, hold on. Trevor Lawrence ain't played a damn game yet, but no one's saying he's going to be a wide receiver in a year. He hasn't even taken a snap in the NFL. Okay, but everyone's touting Jackson.
You know what it is,
as they're going to turn this crap around.
Exactly.
It's a narrative based on color.
Haters are going to hate.
It's a narrative based on color. Let's call it what it is.
That's exactly what it is. And that's the reality of why I speak the truth.
Real quick, not to take this in a different direction, but I just wanted to give everybody an update. The draft day 2 has officially started, and Jacksonville is officially on the clock with about 5 minutes and 45 seconds left.
There you go.
Do you think the run on tackle starts now?
They'll pick somebody from Clemson.
Benjamin Albright sent out a tweet saying that Tyson Campbell, the cornerback from Georgia, has anybody picked him to go number 1 off the board for day 2. So I don't know if that was a total guess or if he's giving out some inside info, but that would be a shocker to me here at 33. George, do you agree there?
Yeah, no, I don't not even in top 60 for me.
Yeah.
Were you surprised with the defensive lineman? I know Shayne had broken that news the other day. The Saints taking the Houston edge rusher, George?
They're taking traits, aren't they? He was one of the highest RAS scores, wasn't he? In the whole draft.
Turner, yep.
So they're taking traits there. That's what that is. They're taking an athlete, thinking that they can put him with the other kid that you loved, Phil, that they've got on the other edge, and have two quick guys coming off the edge.
Yeah, I'm surprised as Ajulari is out there. Obviously, we're talking about Justin Fields, the impact. We're with D'Lo Brown, former wrestler, heavyweight champion as well, right, D'Lo?
Intercontinental champion, European champion. I've been a ton of champions all over the world. So yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: the history. How did you get started in wrestling, real quick?
It was just one of the things I loved when I was a kid. Football and wrestling, my two loves. And when football season wasn't happening, I couldn't stand baseball, like watching it. So I fell in love with wrestling at 8 years old. There it was on TV, and it was there. There was no off season. It was there every week. So I just fell in love with wrestling.
You must see some of this ignorance, in terms of people evaluating who really have no clue about the business and what it takes to be an athlete performing in big situations, D'Lo. You must know all about that, both from a personal perspective, actually being in the ring, but also as the management and coaching side that you do now. I mean, there is a big crossover between that and football, isn't there? Do you think?
There's a ton of crossover, and I always say it's this: it's very easy to be a Monday night quarterback, but not everybody can be a Sunday afternoon quarterback. And a Sunday afternoon quarterback that's where it pays the bills. And there's very few that can actually be out there on Sunday.
Exactly. I always say, as an analyst, I'm going to be hard, but the reality is all of these fucking guys are amazing athletes. They're amazing. So it's up to the coach to get the most out of them. So real quick, let's head there. Obviously, the narrative as the draft has started is, can Matt Nagy – now let me preface this with this context, D'Lo and Bearlissimo and Shayne. I said this on Shawn and Sierra, Shawn and Maya in the morning. He's coming up, and Kenneth Davis from the Under Center podcast is coming up next here at 7:20 East. They'll be jumping on. The reality is, I said it there, this marriage between Coach Nagy and Mitch was an arranged one because the way the Bears went about business, they didn't handle the football side right. Oh, by the way, this has happened for many years. So now you have this arranged marriage, a first-time head coach who's really not been an offensive coordinator, but for one Andy Reid year, and Andy Reid gives him this letter of recommendation. Now this whole scenario plays itself out. We see them win after they trade for Khalil Mack, the NFC North. I was there when they beat the Packers to win it. And you're on this high, and then the kicking thing and the whole thing. And then when it was time to set your identity and build off that, he didn't. He wanted to go further into Matt Nagy land. And I saw the signs all through that year with Jordan Howard and how he didn't use him. So are you afraid of Matt Nagy here, or do you believe that Matt is going to look in the mirror and get this right, D'Lo?
I'm on the fence because, people are what they show you they are. And right now, Matt Nagy, over the course of 2 years, has shown me that he relies too much on the run. He doesn't protect his quarterback, or he relies too much on the pass, doesn't protect his quarterback with the run, and he just gets caught up in his own head. But I hope we have the Matt Nagy who, gave the thumb up endorsement to Patrick Mahomes when he was getting drafted and said, this guy's generational talent and we can do something. That's the Matt Nagy I wanted, who saw Pat Mahomes for what he was before the world saw him. And I hope we have that guy in the building. I hope and pray. And if we do, then I think he can take a guy like Justin Fields and take him from a level 10 to a level 1,000. And if that's the case, then, dude, we're going to be the team that everybody wants to freaking be in, like I said, probably in 2 years.
I'm driving today at my job, and
Albright had it. Cornerback.
Bob was choosing.
Cornerback Tyson Campbell just went off the board, number 33 to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow. Whoa.
They're having a good draft.
I'm shocked with that pick.
That pick is out of left field.
Several corners got over him.
So I'm driving on, and I'm listening to Bob Wischusen, who does the national. He was a substitute teacher for Greeny today on ESPN, and he's like, the Giants fleeced the Bears because they're going to get a top 5 pick next year, and the Giants are going to come away with a top 5 pick because the Bears, they're going to win 4, maybe 5 games, and there's not even a discussion. They went up and got the second best quarterback on people's boards in this entire draft. There wasn't even a mention of that. And that's the narrative.
Quarterback for the Giants?
Daniel Jones.
Okay. Next.
What I'm saying. But that's somebody's in power sitting there, and then some moron is listening to that and believes, the Bears got fleeced again. Now that level of negativity.
You know what would have been getting fleeced? Would be to give up 4 number 1s and 2 players.
Yeah, exactly.
And we get a 35-year-old quarterback. That would have been getting fleeced. We got a 20-something-year-old kid who's a rookie for the next is under a rookie contract for the next 5 years, which is friendly for the rest of the team. Think about it. Other than New England, what team wins the Super Bowl if their quarterback's not on a rookie deal? Think about that.
Yeah.
So having Justin Fields under a team-friendly deal allows you to put pieces around him. And so for us to get fleeced, no. We gave up a number one this year, 20, and we gave up a number one next year, which will probably be around 20 again. What did we give up? I think we came out the better side of this.
I know not everybody's a moron, Shawn, but there are some morons out there. And that's the part of sheep that they attach themselves to. That's why we started this network and have people like D'Lo Brown coming on to speak completely transparent truths. That's why we break down the tape so there's complete truths so people can actually understand those truths.
So
listen,
quick
real
question.
quick, George, last question, because I got to get our next guest. I could bring you back on, but go ahead real quick.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to ask D'Lo what he wants from the rest of today in terms of the second and third round.
We need O-line. We need a tackle today. Right off the bat, the second round we need a tackle. I don't care what's on the board. You pick best available tackle.
I agree. George, hold on. You're going to stay on for a minute, George?
I'm going to dip and be in the chat. So,
All right,
I've got the night shift, so I'm going to be with Bron.
All right, brother.
All right. Thanks,
God,
George.
Give
Thanks,
Bron a
D'Lo.
tip for me. Hold
Thank
on.
you, guys. Thank you for having me on.
D'Lo, real quick before you leave.
Yeah.
I know you want to tackle. Is there one tackle you prefer?
No, I mean right now because just whatever's out there, best available right now.
Best available. You're going to put your faith in Pace and company. Get me a tackle.
At this point, I need a tackle, and you know what? Your strikeout rate is low on tackles in the line compared to wide receivers and quarterbacks. So, and Pace has done well. Second round on, he's done extremely well with his picks. He always strikes out in the first round.
Yeah, he probably relies on his scouts. That's why.
This is
Real
probably
quick,
true.
one favor before we let you go. We got to have you on again so you could be isolated for the whole show. Can we do that? That's number one.
Absolutely. If we can talk Bears, I'll talk Bears all night long.
All right, perfect. And then can I get a station ID from you? This is D'Lo Brown. This is D'Lo Brown. You're keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network. Do you need me to say it again?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to isolate on you in 3, 2, 1.
This is D'Lo Brown. You better recognize you're keeping it 100 on a Tape Never Lies Network. Believe that.
Woo!
He's got that Justin Fields like swag right there going on, man.
He's got that Justin Fields like swag.
I've done that a few times.
Yeah,
give me that little. We got to get the belt out next time, bro. I want you to bring the belt.
I got the belt around here, so I'll bring the belt up next time.
All right, we're scheduling you after we get this whole draft done. God bless you, D'Lo.
Thanks, D'Lo.
You got many fans in here tonight. God bless you. Let's go Bears, baby. Let's go.
Bear down.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for jumping on. D'Lo Brown.
Phil, real quick before we add,
yes,
Kenneth, the Jets pick is in, and they took
who did
the game breaker, Elijah Moore, wide receiver from
Ole Miss. The
Great
little
player.
Spark plug.
Oh yeah,
I prefer the kid from Purdue, Rondale Moore, but Elijah.
Phil likes those injured wideouts. Yeah.
Speaking of a wideout, a guy that can catch and receive and do all the dirty work, we got our guy, the man with the voice.
I don't know if I want that intro right there.
Man can catch and receive. We're talking football, Kenneth.
We're talking football, Kenneth.
All right, clarify that.
Get your mind right. Who used to say that? Get your mind right. You got to get your mind right. Isn't that the coach from the Cleveland Browns?
Oh, snap.
What's up, Kenneth Davis? Historic night last night. We got to talk earlier today. I want to give you the stage. Give me what you were feeling.
D'Lo. Shout out to D'Lo sticking that like Kerry Strug at the end. He nailed that bad boy.
Oh, he did.
Listen, I was sitting there. So look, yesterday, I'm sitting there. My former producer, now I'm a producer again, NBC, Tony Gill. We're texting, right? And Tony, we're both big time Tide guys, right? But Tony, he loves Mac Jones. Like he was in on Mac Jones the season Tony? 2 it got hurt. Yeah, you and Tony, right? And so I hit me. I said, I said, secretly, you want him to go to the Patriots, don't you? Right? Like secretly in your heart of hearts. And he sends me back a demon emoji laughing because I know how his mind works, right? Because he loves Mac Jones enough. He wants him to be in the best place so Mac Jones can just definitely prosper, right?
Right.
So I told him, I said, you know what? I said, man, the Bears about to move up, man. Let me grab my jacket because we're about to go live, right? And literally maybe a minute, but I think 40 seconds later, that image of the Giants changed to the Bears. And I was like, oh, snap. They just did I thought I was talking about like in the next few minutes, right? Not this very, very. And I'm like, oh, my God. So then I'm sitting there and I'm standing in my basement and I'm like, it's about to happen, right? Like, and at this point, I don't even know what they had given up, right? I don't even know what they had given up. And I just start screaming, man, right? Like, oh man, it went down. And listen, I mean, it was, as you said, it was Christmas. You know, it was grown man Christmas. And we actually got the gift that we had told our parents, the big gift on the list. Yeah. We actually got the big gift on the list.
And they bought they gave us the batteries with it too, Kenneth.
The batteries came with this. Yeah. Listen, the extra pack too, because this burns through batteries a lot, right?
Right.
Denver just traded up to 35.
Trade alert. Thank you.
Really?
Jerome Munoz. I like how the chat is keeping us abreast of the draft as well.
You know, you guys got a good crew all around, so you know.
Oh my God.
We'll take care of you guys.
This is the 100 crew. You're a part of the family, bro. You got your swag. Did you?
I meant to put it on today.
Oh,
I still have my Bear shirt on earlier. Listen, next time I come on, I'm wearing it. I had it out because I was like, I'm wearing it today. It's just that with work, with draft stuff, with just being tired, because you saw how dead I was this morning. You told me to go take a nap. I was dragging.
I could tell. I'm still dragging.
I'm sure.
I got two kids, one freaking McDonald's. I'm hustling around. It's crazy.
You could listen. I can't wait till the day. My daughter said today, she was like, "Oh, McDonald's is good," and I want to say to her, like, "Not really. It's just marketing, right? Like, you know, they just put it in your head. You know, just not really, dear. Right? Outside of the fries, not really."
Yeah.
Denver's taking running back Javonte Williams, my guy, Phil.
From North Carolina.
North Carolina. Yeah, bruiser, man. That's sweet.
Kid's a football player.
Yeah.
Fangio's building.
He's doing it his way.
He's doing it his way. Yes, Kenneth Davis, Under Center podcast, as well as That Davis Show. Shayne and I were on the show with them. We were talking. We were right on it. Got to get a quarterback. Got to do it.
Got to get a quarterback.
How's my boy, the Arizonan?
Oh, so, you know, he's doing well. He went last week out to Las Vegas and did his thing. Ryan, you know, this was the dude. That's what I said when it started the whole thing that brought you guys on. When it came to Justin Fields, I said almost over 2.5 weeks ago, the Bears are going to get Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And they went out and they got Justin Fields. The draft read like that. I mean, if you really, because you could read through the shit, right? You knew that Carolina was lying. All right. You're not trading for Sam Darnold and then be like, we're really going to have a true competition and spend draft collateral. And you know, you're lying. Stop lying to me. You know, and then when Teddy Bridgewater got moved, it's like, yeah, okay. Now you're going to be like, yeah, we're going to bring in Teddy Bridgewater and still we're going to bring in another young quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It was just the board. So, and this was before all this, but over 2 weeks ago, in my head, I was like, these fools are lying, man. And when just looking at what could happen with Justin Fields, I thought the opportunity was going to open to the Bears and the Bears was going to take it. And they took that bad boy and ran it to the house. And dude, you have to finally feel good. One thing I know that you guys openly talk about on here, which is great, is biases, and as far as the fact that really Deshaun Watson didn't get drafted probably because of bias. I won't even put it directly on racism. I'll put it on, or not. Let me say, I'll put it on unbeknownst to Ryan Pace. with comfortability. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
oh, I'm comfortable with this cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier for me to get down with him. But he came back. He got Justin Fields, and I know, tape never lies. Justin Fields though, and I know Coach Day said it, that the ice cold but burns underneath. He didn't have to say that. I think anybody that watches him kind of knows that's how that kid is. That kid is about business. You know what I'm saying?
That's Kenneth.
Yeah, he's about business.
That's Walter Payton looking like, are you fucking ready for this? That's what he said. I'm looking at him answer those questions in the presser.
Wasn't playing.
My father calls me this morning. He's like, I had so much fun. I got Mac Jones because he's a Patriot fan, and you got my guy because he wanted Justin Fields. But he's like, I wanted Mac Jones number 2. And it was role reversed, and
it just worked out. It worked out.
But listening to Justin Fields, he's like, this kid is going to change the whole dynamic of that organization and the city, Kenneth.
Yeah, totally.
The city, Kenneth.
Phil, real quick. I know I'm crowbarring in here, but Miami is on the clock and the pick is in there, taking safety Javon Holland out of Oregon.
Really? Over the kid from TCU?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Kenneth, though, talk about what this means. Obviously, there is bias. What's up, Cars? Cars is in the house. In the car. You're in the car.
It's the only. I've got 4 kids running through my house screaming, I just brought them ice cream. It's the only safe place in this.
Cars. What if the Bears trade up? You can't extend the arms up over your head, can you? Too far? If you get excited?
No, I'm going to hit the glass. I'm going to hit the glass real quick. So, no. What's going on?
Kenneth, speak on that for the city of Chicago.
Wait, they got the Ozzy brothers out here? So listen, here, I said this last night on Under Center podcast. One thing about Chicago is the unity that jumps out. You have probably the most segregated city in the United States. All right, to let you know just the truth about Chicago, right? So racism still persists here. Everything, but I'll say this: in the South Side, the White Sox. When the White Sox hired Tony La Russa, it didn't matter what stratosphere you came from. None of us liked it. All right. It was like, nah. And it didn't matter which way you went, and that was what happened. It was the polar opposite, but that's what happened for the most part last night with Justin Fields. Everybody was like, oh my God, yes. That feeling of euphoria that came over the city. All right, that finally we have a chance that, when you look at the measurables and you look at the intangibles, this reads right. I don't care what side of the city you were from, if you could sit there and look in anybody's house that was a Bears fan, they were jumping for joy. And it wasn't subdued. It was live action last night, man. And that was the thing about it. We waited for so damn long. For an opportunity to have a guy that's legit. Listen, we still don't know. All right, we still can't be fully trusted in Nagy, but I'll say this: this kid's floor though is something that we haven't had basically. For real, his floor, as far as if this is a kid that can just get to, like, let's just say 30 touchdowns. 7 interceptions, but can sit there, run
30
for about
touchdowns. Is the Bears quarterback, Kenneth?
I know, right? Right. But I mean, and I'm saying his floor. But if this kid can reach towards his ceiling, watch the fuck out. Here in Chicago, and also it makes it if he's really good. It makes him more attractive for other players to come and play with a player like this. Clearly he's a leader. That's one thing you see, and this is another thing too about Chicago. We know he's tough. All right, we know this kid isn't going to get knocked out of a game unless he's injured, not hurt. And that's
real quick, guys. Philadelphia Eagles are now on the clock, and their pick is in. They're taking Landon Dickerson, another Bama player, to pair up with Devonta Smith and Landon Dickerson, their first 2 picks.
They got a center.
He graded out on the injury front as a negative 3.5. And that's if they get to a 3, they said nobody should even touch them. Fantastic player, but there's so many injury concerns there.
So
there's
who
not
took
red
him?
flags. He
Philly.
is the red
Philly.
flag. Yeah.
Yep. Kenneth, real quick, I wanted to talk to you about this. I was watching you guys last night, and Adam Hogue was on there. Did you give him some of the knuckles with the Kellen Mond mock draft? That
You know what?
tried pulling off?
I haven't had. I don't think until this weekend I'm gonna have like a chance to really chop it. Because last night I was having so many technical difficulties prior to going on. That it was bad business. I had to listen. I got in contact with Xfinity today. Like, we got to have a discussion because this is ridiculous. You almost cost me last night. But yeah, we're gonna have a long discussion come this coming weekend. And listen, we didn't even have to worry about. Listen, matter of fact, who is Kellen Mond? I don't know who Kellen Mond is.
Yeah, who is
this Mills? Kyle Trask? I don't know any of these cats that you're mentioning right now. I live in a different world right now.
We live in a Justin Fields world.
How fun is it that we get to sit here and watch another team draft those guys tonight? That's the best part.
I'm watching the QB 21, and I'm like, I don't care about this kid right here.
Oh my God, it feels so good, baby.
Exactly, just like I keep doing that feel. That's how it feels. Just like that. Let the shoulder swerve. It feels. Dude,
if I could
let's
do
get
some
this tackle.
We need some reggae music up in here. That's how good I'm feeling tonight.
Dude,
because
if we get this tackle,
Oh
we
my
get us a
God.
line out.
And
I'm with you.
Do a dance, baby.
Listen, I'm with you, and it's messed up. I'm leaning towards injured wide receiver too, Shayne. Send Rondell Moore this way. All right.
I fucking love.
Don't forget the name Dwayne Eskridge. That's the guy that has been connected to Chicago a ton.
Austyn Samuel Jr., the corner.
Listen, I want to go offensive line, but I would have.
I gotta go offensive tackle.
Oh no, I get it. But man, I would be. He is Austyn Samuel is going to be a fantastic corner in this league.
Well, we got another guest in the chat. I'm ready to rock and roll. Your boy, we're bringing in another running back. We got the wishbone offense. Cars is going to play. I don't know what we're going to put Cars at yet. Cars is calling plays for this offense. Shawn, the superback, Sierra. What's up, Shawn?
What's up, gentlemen?
Earlier.
What's going on?
Man, long time no see, huh? Damn.
Tonight, look, we got all the backs in the offense now. This is Matt Nagy's worst nightmare right here. This formation.
Although he did run the full house backfield, the T formation, the first play of
dude.
Of
Shayne and I talk about that play. I was there, and I'm telling you, if Leno makes his block, Tariq Cohen is going to the house off that T formation.
How many times have we heard that? If Leno made his block.
That's why we're here tonight. Please,
if Leno
God.
made his block.
Remember Woody Woodpecker?
Yeah.
If Woody would have gone to the police. It's
Patriots just traded up with Cincinnati.
If Leno would have made his block.
This has got to be a wideout for them.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Patriots have traded up. Is it
With
the
the
Penn State tight end here?
I think it's Elijah.
Another tight end?
Yeah.
They're going back to the Brock, Aaron Hernandez. They're going back to that whole model.
But they brought in two.
They could go offensive line. They could go
behind you guys.
They could go offensive line too, though.
I think it's
if they get a tackle here. If they get Jenkins, I'll be stuffed. Leno. We need a replacement for Leno.
You've never.
I'm all the way back here.
Yeah, you're way ahead of me.
I'm on the Eagles.
Oh, I'm getting the stuff early.
I'm about to say you were way ahead of me right now.
I'm getting. I'm getting tipped off early, so you guys can. I'm
switching channels. Like, what?
What is this guy?
You better call Xfinity again, man.
I just saw Landon Dickinson. We are going to have a full house tonight. I'm so excited about covering this team because the breath of 70 years, guys, is finally off us, Shawn. We were talking about the bias. Obviously, you all have lived. You, Cars, and Kenneth all live in that city. Kenneth eloquently put it. You know, he's kind of like being cautious in how he's saying it, but I keep it 100. I don't give a shit if it makes you uncomfortable. That's because you're a bigot. The reality is the Bears have never drafted a black quarterback and showed the world that it doesn't matter. And there has been opportunities that have been passed. And here's this kid, Matt Nagy, recognizes
the Chicago Bears have just traded up to number 39.
Shut the hell up.
My time.
Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen.
Offensive tackle.
Let's go, Jenkins.
That's confirmed from Adam Schefter also.
Give me a tackle or give me death.
It's got to be. Well, Phil, real quick, before we do it,
I'm getting nervous.
You're giving out position players, and we're moving on from shitty quarterbacks. So we're going to bring out, you're giving out positions. We'll bring on our shitty quarterback, Greg Braggs.
There he is.
Okay, guys.
Your favorite guy, you Greg, give me an offensive tackle or give me death. That was the line of the night so far. Holy shit.
Brad Biggs is asking if it's an offensive tackle, so I don't know if he's been tipped.
Maybe Brad Biggs just figured out we might need an offensive.
You think they gave up their?
What did they give up?
Man.
I don't know yet, but
Shawn, did I talk about this on your show? You identify the tackle that you want. You have to go up and get that. It is like Christmas
All right, got
Day.
it right here. Hold on.
What did they give up, Shayne?
The Carolina Panthers send to Chicago number 39 and number 151. Oof. For Chicago's 52, 83, and 204. So we don't have a third rounder.
We lose our third. This is listen, you're getting first round talent if they take a tackle. Reduns, Jenkins.
Okay, you guys want some breaking news? I got more breaking news.
Give it to me, baby.
No.
Give it to me.
The Chicago Bears at number 39 are selecting offensive tackle Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Do
Ryan
I
Pace.
need to say that we're 2 for 2 now on our first 2 round picks
Holy
in the
shit.
draft? Let's do it.
The guy that was projected to be at
Oh my
20 for the
God!
Bears.
Exactly, Greg.
Oh my God!
This is crazy.
I am in heaven!
What world are we living in
This
right
is
now?
Trent Williams. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm so high on this kid. Everybody I fought, Kenneth. Everybody on the tape. I'm going to release it tonight, Shayne. My whole draft Dr. Phil
What is
breakdown
going on
this
for
kid.
us?
Oh my God, we got Tevin Jenkins, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, I put my stamp on this fucking kid. I'm telling you right now. My brother,
Hey,
everybody. I am so excited, guys. I can't.
Before we get to the Bears pick,
Holy shit.
New England just took
Tevin
Barrymore.
Jenkins, baby! Holy shit! You have no idea what you're getting, man.
New England took who?
New England took Christian Barrymore from Alabama.
Oh my God, they did it! They did it!
Here it is. The Bears are up on the clock now, but
Oh my God, Claudio, they
confirmed
did it!
Offensive
That's
tackle
amazing.
Tevin Jenkins. Holy shit!
That's what you do. When you get your rookie quarterback, you get your rookie offensive tackle to pair along with.
You know what? The last time they went quarterback, this pick was Adam Shaheen. Let that sink in. They backed it up with Adam Shaheen.
First, you get your mortgage, and that's Justin Fields. Then you get the insurance. That's
Shayne, do you
our
see what I'm
offensive
dealing
tackle.
with over here? Do you see what I have to deal with?
Look what you're dealing with. I'm dealing with the barber. We got Tevin Jenkins. Shayne, you can't be joking with me now. I am
I was just kidding. The Bears didn't trade up. No, I'm not. They did. There it is.
Best break ever.
I pulled my fucking cord off the mic.
Do you want the audio? I can turn the TV up.
Yeah, do it.
There's Rashied.
Yeah. Rashied.
There it is.
Boy.
Quiet. Rashied's botching the year.
The Chicago Bears select Tevin Jenkins.
Oh, again, baby! You have it. Woo!
Can't wait for us to start him at right tackle this year.
6'6", 317.
Let me tell you.
Wow.
Let me go back. Let me calm down a little bit here on this network.
Wow.
The tape never lies, right?
You got to watch the
believe
first
it.
one.
I watched this game probably 6 times just for this play where he drove the guy about 12 yards out of bounds. and then
Tevin
just laid on
Jenkins
him.
is a filthy fucking animal. He's somebody
That is
that
the
gets his
perfect
feet.
guy.
He takes your whole offensive line. He's got the alpha mentality that you're looking for. The reality of this pick is so good for the Chicago Bears because he is everything Charles Leno wants to be. There's no soft. There's all hard. This is like heaven if you're a porn star.
Clip it. Isn't it weird to be like, this is a full-time trip?
I said I'm driving. This is terrible. What the fuck? This is fucking amazing. I'll be on later.